Workers could be feeling increasingly anxious about the job market as businesses sit in a hiring standstill and layoffs pile up. Amazon has announced plans to lay off 16,000 workers after already laying off 14,000 last year. The company is citing the need to be nimble so it can respond to artificial intelligence. And more recently, other large companies announced a round of layoffs, including Home Depot and chemical producer Dow, which says it needs to put more emphasis on using AI and automation. Joining me now is employment and labor attorney Parag Amin. Parag, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Robert.
So should we be worried about how many jobs will be replaced by AI in the future? Is that what we're seeing here?
In the short term, absolutely, Robert. What we're seeing is companies increasing pushes for efficiency or what they perceive to be efficiency by replacing human labor with AI. Because you've got to remember that when it comes to employees, you're not just talking about salary, you're talking about payroll taxes, you're talking about insurance such as health insurance, workers' compensation insurance. And every company is always looking at their bottom line, and particularly these publicly traded companies. Wall Street is notorious for looking quarter to quarter, and increasing profitability, increasing growth is always at the heart of every publicly traded company's mind.
So, when leaders are asked about this, leaders of these companies, they are pushing back, saying that AI is actually going to lead to job creation. Is that really true? What kind of jobs are they talking about?
That is true, Robert. In the long term, you've got to think about the AI revolution to the white collar industry, what the industrial revolution was to the blue collar industry. And what I mean is when the industrial revolution came around, people were really concerned that it was going to replace all of the jobs. But if you look at it, it created a lot of new jobs and opportunities. For example, it created line assembly manufacturing managers, as well as jobs on the line assembly, as well as individuals who needed to be able to build and repair machinery. So there's a lot of opportunity that comes from evolution, even though in the short term it can be very painful. So with AI, for example, you can absolutely expect individuals to be in the loop, humans to be in the loop when it comes to managing the AI, overseeing the AI, quality checking and double checking the AI. So that's where I fully expect to see growth in the job sector.
Sure, sure. So what should Americans do right now to adjust and prepare for the rise of AI? Especially if we're talking about those collared workers, how do they protect themselves from being out of work in the future?
Well, a big part of it is looking at where is the economy going? Where is AI going in their particular industry or trade? And sometimes maybe there is an end to that industry or trade, and it's time to get off and switch trains and look for the next train. Because ultimately, what it comes down to is companies are looking for individuals that create value for them. So I think really thinking about how AI is going to affect the industry that they're in, as well as their job, and thinking about how they can contribute to AI and leverage AI to become more valuable in the workplace, because there's certainly going to be increasing roles when it comes to leveraging AI to create better benefits for both the company and for humankind overall.
Very interesting stuff. All right, business expert and attorney Parag Amin. Parag, thank you for your perspective today.
Thank you.